Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betcraft. Another very beautiful Saturday morning. And once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football matches that are going on across the globe, and we select a few of these matches and look into them. Based on recent results that they have, we always use those results to come up with the best possible value for each of these matches that are going on a daily basis. And yesterday we did that, and we were quite successful on all the games we had here yesterday, and it was a very, very wonderful outing. I want to congratulate those of us who took part in that very game yesterday. I know you're smiling to the bank by now. All right, today is another beautiful day, and we are going to do the same and start looking at the wonderful games that are going on. And I want to also remind you to join our channel membership, VIP special group, or put out games that are quite having that higher probability of coming out successful. Or we do that on a daily basis also. So remember to do that. You can always find a link to that channel, to that very membership, in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around this very video for a token. All right. That being said, without further ado, we head to the business of the day, and today we have the first game in the English Premier League, where we have Brentford who will be facing Aston Villa. Okay, when we start looking at the stats for these two sides, you can see that Brentford have had two victories and two draws, as well as two losses in the last six matches. And Aston Villa, on the other hand, have won three matches, two draws, as well as one loss in the last, 6 games that they had so far. Okay, when you take a look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can say that the home side, Brentford, have actually won 6 games in the last 10 home matches. They've also had two draws, as well as two losses out of the last 10 home games that they had. The last game that they had, oh, rather, okay, they actually had two victories and four draws in the last 10 home matches, and they've lost four matches as well. Okay, the last game that they had was actually an away match, to Nottingham. I we saw them losing to Nottingham Forest on that very occasion. But Aston Villa, playing from away, actually have won 3 matches and two draws, but have lost 5 games in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. Okay, and the first game of the season for Aston Villa saw them playing out a 0-0 draw against Newcastle on that very occasion. And when we look at how the two teams fared on head-to-head basis, you can see that the last time they met was in March of this very year, and it was Aston Villa who won on that very occasion from away by 1-0 against this very side. But also what I've mentioned is the fact that the last 5 meetings between the two sides have produced both sides scoring on 4 occasions out of the last 5 meetings. And here, actually going with both sides to score as the best option for us today in this very one. All right, so both sides to score. That's a verdict. We head to the next for today. It is in German Bundesliga, where we have St. Pauli who will be facing Borussia Dortmund. And for St. Pauli, in the last 6, they've won just one match and they've had two draws, but they've lost 3 games out of the last 6 matches that they have so far. And we said Borussia Dortmund have won 5 matches and losing one in the last 6 games. All right. When you look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you see for the home side, St. Pauli, in the last 10 home matches, they've managed 2 victories and 3 draws, but have also lost 5 matches out of the last 10 home games that they have so far. And we side that Borussia Dortmund have won 7 matches in the last 10 away games. They've also had a draw as well as 2 losses in the last 10 away matches. All right, including the loss to Barcelona also included in the loss. So they've been doing so very well, and we can see that the last 4 away games that they had, I've seen them winning all 4 convincingly. We could say that Dortmund is a team that is actually in good form at the moment. And on head-to-head basis, it was Dortmund who won the last meeting between two sides, which happened in March of this very year. We saw Dortmund beating this very side by 2-0 on that very occasion. And prior to that, Dortmund also won, the meeting in October by 2-1 against St. Pauli. And here we are definitely hoping that, and we, their way side, Borussia Dortmund, also winning in this very one, seeing that they have been in good form at the moment, and we expect our way side winning out shortly in this one. And we win, that's our value for that very one. Okay, and the next that we have for you today is a game in Danish Super League, where we have Copenhagen who will be up against Odense. That's what it's called. And looking at the recent matches for Copenhagen, in the last 6 games, they've won 3 matches and 2 draws. Also, they've lost 1. And Odense, on the other hand, have won 3 games as well. They've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses. Okay, and looking at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see the home side, Copenhagen, have actually been able to achieve 7 victories and 2 draws. They've lost just 1 match out of the last 10 home games. And the away side, Odense, winning 2 matches. They've also had 5 draws as well as 3 losses in the last 10 away matches. Their last away game they had was against Berlin, and they lost by 4 goals to 0. But for the Copenhagen, they won the last home game by 5 goals to 0. This is a side that does so very well from home, if you ask me. And when you look at how they fared on head-to-head basis, the last time both teams met, it was Copenhagen who won by 2 goals to 0 from away. And as a matter of fact, the last 3 meetings between the two sides, I've always seen Copenhagen winning convincingly against Odense. So we are going with Copenhagen, the home side, to win outrightly in this very encounter. Home win, that's our verdict. Okay, we quickly head to the next for today. It is in Italian Serie A. The season opener. For Italian Serie A, we have Sassuolo coming up against Napoli, the Italian champions. All right, when you look at recent games, Sassuolo have won. Sassuolo actually came from the Serie B, and in the past 6 games, they've won 2 matches and 2 draws. They've also had 2 losses, and Napoli, on the other hand, have had 4 victories and a draw, as well as 1 loss in the last 6 games. So, all right. And when you look at how the two teams have fared from home and away basis, Sassuolo, the home side, have actually done so very well from home, winning 7 matches and a draw, losing 2 games in the last 10 home games that they had so far. And Napoli, on the other hand, have won 4 matches, and they've also had 5 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. Okay. And when we look at how they fared the last time both teams met, it was Napoli who actually won on that very occasion by 6 goals to 1 against Sassuolo. That was in Serie A of 2024. And Napoli have actually been dominant on this very tie, winning the last 5 meetings between these two sides convincingly. Napoli have always won against Sassuolo. So we are going with Napoli, the league champions, to also have their day in this very one, winning out traveling in this very encounter. So it is a win. That's our verdict, okay? And the last for today is in Portuguese Premier League. We'll have Nacional will be facing Sporting CP, that's Sporting Lisbon. And we'll see that Nacional have had 3 draws and 3 losses out of the last 6 games. Sporting Lisbon, on the other hand, have won 5 games, losing just 1 in the last 6 encounters. And from home and away basis, it was Nacional actually had 3 victories and also 2 draws, but have lost 5 matches out of the last 10 home matches. And away side that Sporting Lisbon have done very, very well from away, winning 8 matches and drawing 2. They've not lost any single match from the last 10 away matches. All right. And on head-to-head basis, also they've actually dominated the meetings between these two sides, and it has always been Sporting Lisbon who have actually won. They've won on 9 occasions out of the last 10, and the other one being a draw. So we expect away side Sporting Lisbon to win out only in this very one. Away win, that's our verdict. And that concludes it for us today. Wish you the very best of luck, and hope your ticket goes great. And also remember to play responsibly at some football matches, and also remember to join our VIP channel where we'll put out games that are also very good. Do remember to join. You can always find the link in this very description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around this very video. All right, tomorrow is another day, but until that time, keep winning.